leading 12th walk-off win to get the weekend off to a good start. Tonight, John Lannon looks for some home cooking and his career best 10th win.
Washington Nationals baseball. Washington Nationals baseball.
The Nats on Danny Espinosa bobblehead night take on the Houston Astros. Trying to make it 2 in a row, and some of our young campers, these are kids who went to the Nationals baseball camp, and they are having a blast down on the field, and we love the unis. Some future Nats in there, maybe. Bob and FP, welcome to the ballpark. This walk-off thing never gets old. The Nats have won 40 games at home this year, 12 of them in walk-off fashion. Nobody in Major League Baseball has done it that many times.
Yeah, leading all of baseball, and what thrills they've given Nats fans here at Nats Park all season long. Do not leave the ballpark early. Do not turn off the broadcast early. 25 come-from-behind wins this year. 21 wins in their last at-bat. We talked about the 12 walk-off wins. 60-44, they've outscored their opponent in the ninth inning, and they've only outscored their opponents 29-9 in extra innings. So these guys battled to the last out. They've been doing it all season long. And when you talk about the identity of this ball club this year, it's what you're looking at right now.
And I think something that maybe we don't talk enough about is when you're building a franchise, and there's the throwaway from last night, the Nats get a break to get the walk-off. But when you're building a franchise and you're trying to generate excitement in the marketplace, nothing like winning at home to make it a great fan experience and people want to come back.
It's a great fan experience, but it's also a great experience for the ball club. Whenever you're jumping up and down on home plate, you take that in the clubhouse, you turn the music on, it builds character. And they've already established that this is a tough place to win baseball games. Now, next year, they just got to figure out a way to get it done on the road.
And then tonight, John Lannon back to the mound. The thing we love about John, his durability, looking for a career high in wins, and this will be the third year in the last 4 when he makes 30 starts or more.
He's going to take the ball every 5th day. There's no doubt about that. Well, we're going to keep an eye on with John Lannon tonight. Velocity was down his last start, 86-88 with the fastball, but he pitched 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, just 1 run given up. So talk to him between starts. Didn't have his best stuff, but I think part of the learning curve and the learning process is how do you go out there every 5th day when you don't have your good stuff?
And how about the bullpen last night, starting with Craig Stammen, Henry Rodriguez, and right down the line, 5 1/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts, no walks. Folks, you don't get walk-off wins without a good pen to put you in that position. in place or on the ballpark, but it looks like everybody's getting in just fine, and hopefully a safe and fun weekend remains for baseball. Visit Train.com for an independent Train comfort specialist dealer near you. Hard to stop a train. Mostly clear skies, 82 degrees over the ballpark tonight. And this will be the 5th game of the season between the Nats and the Astros. Somebody will have the lead in the season series a couple of hours from now. Jason Bourgeois against left-handed pitchers this year. Very well indeed at .375. He's batting .294 overall, and this speedster has stolen 26 bases. The Astros are in the top 5 in the National League in steals with 102, 6 more than the Nats. So a couple of ball clubs who know how to motor their way around the bases tonight. And here's John Lannon. 6 career starts against Houston. He's 3-2 with a .433 ERA.
And last time out got the win in Monday's 7-2 victory over the Dodgers. 5 of the 3rd innings, a 5-hit ball, gave up just 1 run. Walked 2, struck out 4. So for John Lannon tonight, fastball, slider, curveball, and a change to go with that. Defense tonight behind John Lannon for the Nats. Morse, Worth, and Gomes in the outfield. Johnny Gomes getting the starting right. Desmond back at short tonight. Ryan Zimmerman at 3rd. Espinoza at 2nd. Chris Marrero at 1st. And Jesus Flores in the squad.
Good to see Jesus back in there. He was supposed to catch a ball game the other night that was rained out. So he's played 25 games, hitting .239. Homer, couple of RBIs, and looking more comfortable all the time with the gear on and with the bat in his hands. Nationals, 25 times out of their 66 wins, they've come from behind. Wandy Rodriguez will take the mound a half inning from now. He'll make his 9th start against the Nats, and he's always been very good against our ball club. Ryan Zimmerman, Michael Morse. Since the 1st of July, only 2 tandems in baseball with more hits. Gary Darling, 25-year veteran crew chief, has the plate. Paul Emmel, Rob Drake, Alan Porter, the bases. Here's Lannon to Jordan Schaefer. And we're underway. Outside ball 1 at 7:07. Jordan Schaefer in the ball game last night, 1 for 5 with a double. And then he had a ground ball hit him to end an inning as he was running the bases. Astros are playing their 145th game tonight, and they've only won 48. They are 4 losses away from 100. And talking to their broadcasters, we had a few things in common to talk about, although the Nats 2 years ago and 3 years ago had more than 48 wins at this stage of the season, on their way to 59. 69 last year, way beyond that this year. But Brad Mills and his ball club rebuilding here. Here's a 2-1. And Lannon throws the fastball by him at 90.
I think in 1997 with the Expos, we were on the verge of losing 100 games. And I'll tell you what, you don't want to be a part of that. You don't want to be the team that lost triple digits. I know the Astros have a long way to go. It's going to be tough for them not to do that. But as a player, you take pride in that. When you had a bad season, everybody knows that, but you don't want to have an historically bad season.
On the road, they are 22-51. And the ball popped up to the left side. Out of play. Schaefer hitting at .249 with Houston. He's playing his 17th ball game, and the center fielder's hitting .281. Lefties have bothered him big this year. Hit .204 for the Braves a couple of years ago in 50 ball games. He was pretty much injured after surgery all of last year, as he broke his wrist in September of '09. Lannon drops in the breaking ball, doesn't get the call, and it's 3-2.
Every once in a while, the first breaking ball of the night can lock up an umpire too. Not just the hitter, but sometimes the umpire will give up on the first one he sees because he hasn't seen it yet.
And a 3-2 on a swing and a miss. John Lannon's 98th strikeout of the year.
So he went with a big curveball on the pitch before that and decided to go with a slider after that to Schaefer. That might have been better than the curveball.
And here's the speedy outfielder we talked about a moment ago, Jason Bourgeois. 29 years old, Houston native. And a tapper foul. This guy was in the minor leagues for 11 years with Texas, Atlanta, Seattle, the White Sox, Milwaukee, and Houston. 3 ABs for the Sox 3 years ago, and finally 69 games for the Astros last year. He's having a fine year, hitting .294. First time he's really played every day. Target up. A little bouncer right side. Marrero knows he has to hurry. Just does get to the bag as Bourgeois with the reach made that extremely close.
And John Lannon gave it a little jelly leg there. A little hesitation by him. Failed to get over there, and it was all up to Chris Marrero to beat Bourgeois to the base. Pretty good hustle right there. You gotta love a guy going hard down the line. You see Lannon right there, just that little hesitation. When you have a guy that runs as good as Bourgeois, could have cost him a hit. Nice play right there by Chris Marrero. Pretty good hustle by Bourgeois. Love to see guys going into first like that.
Bases empty, 2 outs for J.D. Martinez. Lannon delivers a strike. Only 4 hitters in the Houston lineup tonight have ever seen John Lennon, and 2 of them have made outs. Carlos Lee and Chris Johnson are the others. John pitched at Atlanta and at LA on that 3-city road trip right out of the All-Star break, so he missed facing Houston at Minute Maid Park, and that's down low, 2-1. In fact, in that series, the Nats also missed Wandy Rodriguez. And the 2-1 is right in there. John Lennon delivering another strike on a fastball, 91 on that. Carlos Lee, you'd like to face him with nobody on base next inning. 79 RBIs. Lannon throws a strike. Ground ball, Ryan Zimmerman. That's a recipe for a third out. A strikeout and 2 ground balls. And John Lennon is off to a good start. Being out hit 10-6, but winning at 4-3 in 11. There's Desmond, then there's Worth, and Jason Worth had a big series in Houston. You might remember he had a couple of doubles and a home run in the ball game down there. Johnny Gomes is in the lineup tonight. Jesus Flores is in there as well. And the Nats are facing Wandy Rodriguez, who has 72 career wins. And at the age of 32, a lot of people are wondering if he fits into their plans. He may be traded during the offseason. He's number 2 all-time in Houston left-handers for innings pitched, and he's number 1 strikeouts of all the lefties who's ever pitched for the Houston Ball Club. And he delivers one for a strike to Ian Desmond. Ian hitting .310 his last 25 games. We'll get more on the pitcher from FP in a moment as he scouts the stuff of Rodriguez, and in a moment a look at the Houston defense. Desmond 3 for 6 against this lefty, career with an RBI. Breaking ball, he chops over the top of it.
Our last time out for Wandy Fulton Rodriguez, he took a loss to the Brewers 4-0 at Minute Maid Park. Allowed 3 runs on 6 hits, 3 walks, had 8 strikeouts in 6 innings of work. You see the curveball right there, probably his best pitch. His fastball will fade, he'll cut it. He got a changeup to go with it, but he is definitely known for that hammer.
Hasn't pitched a complete game this year, but he's gone 6 innings or more 21 times, 7 or more 12 times, and he's gone 8 innings 3 times. On the charge, Sanchez, and on the run, he just flips it over the first like it was a simple little play.
We'll check out the defense tonight for the Stros. Martinez, Schaefer, and Bourgeois on the outfield. Sanchez and Johnson on the left side. Altuve and Lee on the right side. And Carlos Corporan in the squat.
Astros defensively struggling this year. A couple of errors last night. Only the Cubs, who've made an astounding 120 errors, have made more than Houston's 103. So the Cubs have made 17 errors more than anybody else in the league. And Houston also suffers from the highest earned run average in the league at 4.49. Wandy Rodriguez, though, 3.47. He faces Jason Worth. And Carlos Corporan just held on to his throw back to the pitcher a little too long, and he just threw a ground ball to the third baseman, Chris Johnson.
I saw some of that in the celebrity softball game.
Nobody in particular are you talking about, are you?
Nope.
Okay. 2-0.
Let's see one more time. Throw this one back. Oh.
Ground ball to third. That ball hammered by Worth to center, heading for the wall, and it is caught right in front of the barrier by Jordan Schaefer. Worth goes .395 on a shot to center.
A pretty good BP today for Jason Worth. You look at the extension right there. That takes a strong man to be out on his front foot, hit a ball about 3 inches off the plate that far. Probably not the best hitting position, but he squared it up and gave it a ride.
One final in the division today. Mets have lost at home to the Cubs 5-4. And of course, we think about Hunter Pence whenever the Nats play the Astros, and he has homered for the Phillies in the first inning at Milwaukee, his 19th. Ryan Zimmerman hitting .290. Early heroics last night. He scored 2 of the 4 runs last evening, the first inning homer, and then in the 11th after the walk. Ground ball, Jose Altuve, and the Nats are gone quickly. It looks like Lennon and Wandy mean business tonight. I will be reminding you about next Thursday, September 15th. That's when you can renew your season tickets if you're a current season ticket holder, and you receive a 5% discount. Red Carpet Rewards, Grand Slam Easy Payment Plan, Curly W renewal gift await at nationals.com/renew. Those guys all want to see you at the ballpark next year, and you'll want to see them. Here's Carlos Lee. Doubled in 5 trips last night. Look out here, 7 for 17 career against John Lennon, the one guy who's been his nemesis in the Houston lineup with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. So this is the key matchup of the night for the Nationals lefty. And he goes off speed with a beauty, 0-2. Nice breaking ball. Asking for time. Lee doesn't leave the box, and Lennon doesn't leave the rubber. Here he comes. Jams him on another breaking ball, and well foul.
And top of seeing John Lennon. Well, he's hit safely in 16 of his last 18 games. 386 average, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. So the one Astros hitter that's absolutely positively locked in. And some good swings last night, too.
And as we said last night, one of the best hitters in the league against lefties, 4th best at 344. Carlos Lee, 34 years of age now. And he slaps one out to left center. To Hopper at the bullpen wall. And he continues his good hitting against John Lennon, 8 for 18 now.
Let's check out the sequence from John Lennon to Carlos Lee. First pitch fastball on the outer half, 85 miles an hour. Then he goes with a curveball, 78. The first pitch might have been a changeup, and then you see 80 right there. 85 again, another changeup, and then 90 fastball challenge right down the middle for a double.
Verizon Pitch Track, brought to you by Verizon, America's largest and most reliable wireless network. Here's Chris Johnson. And he has seen John Lennon 3 times, 2 hits against him. Up the middle. Desmond to his left with a runner moving to third. Routine first out. Carlos Lee now 90 feet away.
Routine first out, but productive first out by Chris Johnson.
Going to bring in Angel Sanchez. 27-year-old slick fielding shortstop. Some time with Kansas City back in 06. Then he had Tommy John surgery. Bounced around the minor leagues for 3 years before getting a little playing time at the major league level with Boston for 1 game last year, and then 65 games with the Astros when he hit 280. And look at this play. Ryan Zimmerman trying to pull off a very improbable 5-3.
I don't know if anything's improbable with this guy. You watch him play every single day, just gets the high chopper. That was closer than it looked. I want to see that again. Got rid of it across the diamond, and the truck says, okay, oh.
And then time to get it over there for a Marrero tag.
I mean, that was bang, bang. Did he get him? Yes, he did.
He was out.
He got him. I thought he did.
Boy, and Alan Porter was standing right there. Here's Jose Altuve, the second baseman. I think Carlos Lee knows he was out.
Yeah, he's telling him right now, you got me, bro.
I wonder how the umpire feels when he hears 2 players say, yeah, you were out. Yeah, I was out. Showing bunt, and Altuve runs right around a breaking ball, or should I say it ran right around him.
And we talked earlier about, maybe the first curveball from John Lennon locked up Gary Darling. That could have locked up Alan Porter right there. It happened so fast. Maybe he wasn't anticipating the tag real quick. Wasn't looking for it, didn't see it, missed a call.
That would have been a very rare double play where you see a tag at both ends. Alan Porter missed it. 2 balls, no strikes. Now you just hope Lennon can pitch out of it without that run coming home. Altuve's driven in 12. And he'll slap it the other way, foul. Young player who was at AA when the Astros called him up in July while the Nats were in Houston. Hasn't really learned yet how to handle the bat in situations like this with 2 outs.
Well, he's learned how to swing it. 3 walks and 176 at-bats. Said it last night. I'll say it again. I don't even think Vladimir Guerrero's like that.
3-1.
And that translates to what, about 10 walks a season?
Yeah, if he has aspirations to hit higher up in the lineup with that speed of his, a little more selectivity, a lot more required. So with catcher Carlos Corcoran on deck, it's 3-1 to Altuve. They'll take the walk. Runners at the corners with 2 outs with Corcoran coming in. Call Luna for up to 70% off all flooring at 877-241 Luna. Shop smart, shop Luna. 2 longtime Astros, Michael Bourne and Hunter Pence. Bourne, of course, in Philadelphia before Houston. Hunter Pence, homegrown from Arlington, Texas. And now they are with the Phillies and, pardon me, the Braves and the Phillies respectively. And Hunter Pence, of course, not exactly a guy in his 30s. They could have still chosen to try to build that team around him. Here's Corcoran hitting a .187. Switch hitting catcher. Out to Desmond it goes, and he shovels to Espinosa. So John Lennon doesn't let the missed call at third bother him at all. No score early. Second. And for every walk they draw this season, there have been 430 of them. $50 from Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield to support the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington, D.C. Take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. It's a wonderful program. And you folks might remember when you're here at the ballpark and they got that Get Healthy cam where you do some exercise and get your picture on the video board. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield sponsors that, and they are all into moving around and staying healthy during these ball games.
Yeah, I was checking that out. I was eating some ribs and some macaroni and cheese. Looked like a lot of fun.
Well, that was a heavy plate you had to lift. Michael Morse at 311. 5th in the league still. And look at a fastball, beautiful, tailing to the outside corner. Johnny Gomes, Danny Espinosa to follow here in the second. And we're looking for a big night for Danny on Espinosa bobblehead night.
I like Michael Morse versus Wandy Rodriguez in the curveball tonight.
Well, here's the career matchup, 1 for 3 with a homer.
And just the way his swing has been lately, it suits up nicely for a big rolling curveball trying to get in there with 2 strikes.
And he'll roll that one down and in. Counts even, 2-2. Nats looking for their first base hit here, bottom of the second. Big breaking ball to strike him out. Wandy Rodriguez, 149 strikeouts this year in 167 innings with 60 walks.
And mostly with the curveball, too. He's got 2 kinds. He'll throw the get-over curveball early in the count. You see that one a little more snappy with 2 strikes. So we'll try to steal a strike with the curveball early and then go to his curveball that's a little more sharp. He throws it a little more hard with 2.
Johnny Gomes takes a strike. 35th game as a Nat. Pretty good success against Wandy Rodriguez. They saw a lot of each other in the Central. So hitting .320 career, 9 RBIs, couple of home runs.
If I'm Tommy Malone and I'm sitting on the Nats bench tonight, I'm taking notes watching Wandy Rodriguez.
He's had some good years with not very good teams, hasn't he?
Very similar stuff. Fastball, same velocity. They move it around. Curveball is probably a little bit better from Wandy Rodriguez. You know, first go around the big leagues, a couple of starts, you sit on the bench and you watch other guys, and you can learn that way too.
Outside, good take by Johnny. Counts 2-2. Wandy Rodriguez, best season 2 years ago, 14-12. Pitched over 200 innings with a .302 ERA. 11-12 last year, 10-10 this year. Gomes takes one low. Johnny's got a good read on that strike zone tonight.
And Wandy Rodriguez is thinking to himself, you know what? I'm trying to throw the ball there, and I am not getting the calls yet.
Full count with 1 out. Gomes will smash it into left field. 83, he turned on it, and the Nats have their first base runner tonight.
Yeah, pretty good at bat right there from Johnny Gomes. Took some borderline pitches to get to a changeup, and he beat the changeup down in the way all over at 83 miles an hour. You see the head down right there. The elbow guard shaking as he makes contact. Solid contact for a single.
Dodge Ram Exmo. The Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram summer clearance event still going on. Offers that won't last forever. Hurry into your local dealership. 1 on 1 out, Danny Espinosa. First 15,000 fans through the gates tonight received the Espinosa bobblehead, courtesy of our friends at PNC Bank. And a breaking ball that he swings over. No balls, 2 strikes. Danny from the right side, 274 this year. And hitting .250 here at home. Target in. Bobblehead night, a great time to get to that 20 home run level for Danny. He's driven in 60. He'll take a breaking ball and chop it out to short. Not an easy play for Sanchez. Close and out at first. Johnny Gomes down to second base on the second out.
A little chopper off the plate with 2 strikes. You put the ball in play. Almost beat it all. Almost got himself a hit. You talk about productive outs. It got Johnny Gomes to second base for a hot-hitting Chris Marrero. Marrero with a big RBI double last night in left center field gap, so he's feeling good. stepping in for his first at-bat.
I tell you, if Danny gets that kind of contact on 2 strikes from the left side of the plate, he'll get a lot of infield hits. Probably 2 steps closer to first base. And he almost beat that one out, hitting right-handed. So here's Marrero, 12 for 43. 12 ball games, 2 RBIs. One of those last night on a 7th inning double. Seeing all these pitchers live for the first time. A slight offer toward that one. Take all the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Proven RBI man at the minor league level, Marrero. Averaged 76 per year over the last 3 seasons. Big cut as Wandy Rodriguez continues to drop that breaking ball down and in on the right-handers.
There's a lot of tilt to that breaking ball. A lot of times as a lefty, you'll see the breaking ball break from 12 to 6 on the clock. With Wandy Rodriguez, it's a little bit tighter and breaking across more. Has a little tilt to it at the end. It's not just straight up and down. See it right there, starting over the inner half of the plate. Anything that starts over the inner half of the plate is going to break off the plate for a ball. So, if you're a right-handed hitter facing Wandy tonight, you got to look for that curveball in the outer half of the plate and hope it comes right down the middle. Anything that starts out in is going to be a ball.
2-2. There's another one. Ball in the dirt. It'll require a throw to end the inning, and the Nats are gone. They've stranded their first runner. Each pitcher giving up 1 hit and nothing else so far. No score. Each team with a base hit. Masson wants to thank all of you who have followed all season on Facebook, Twitter, and mobile alerts. And this weekend, a chance here at the ballpark to win exclusive prizes and experiences from the Nats. Follow us at Facebook.com/Masson Nationals, Twitter.com/Masson Nationals, and text Nats Social to 29292 for all the details. Wandy Rodriguez as a hitter, 8 for 54 with 3 RBIs this year. A 138 career average. By the way, John Lannon worthy of note. First 8 batters, 5 ground ball outs. 30 pitches, 19 strikes. And a ball in the air to right, just backing up Johnny Gomes a bit. Back up to the top of the order for John Lannon, whose career record is 37 and 49 as he makes his 125th career start. Now, John started this season his 5th in the big leagues with a career ERA of 4.10. So he shaved about 0.15 of a run off of that. He's down below 4.00 for his career now. And John learning just more and more how to pitch every year. Checked in tonight with a 3.96 career mark. Struck out Jordan Schaefer swinging first time up. And on a foul tip, it's 0-2.
I was really impressed with John Lannon's last outing. He went out there with a fastball that probably wasn't the best one he's had all year against the Dodgers. Didn't have the real sharp breaker that he had against the Braves to start before that. But he pitched. 5 1/3 innings, 5-hit ball, just gave up 1 run. I think when you talk about a guy, anybody can evaluate somebody on their best day with their best stuff. What does a guy do for you on the 5th day when he doesn't have his great stuff? Does he compete? Does he go out there and find a way? When you talk about John Lannon growing up, I think looking right back at his last start, you could say that he took a big step.
And a breaking ball that was hanging upstairs a bit, and Schaefer knocks it right down the line. Now the ball gets away from Michael Morse. So Schaefer to third with 1 out. And they're going to call it a double and an E7, Michael Morse's 7th error of the year.
And that's a big 90-foot mistake. A double runner on second base, 1 out versus a runner on third base and 1 out. Now he's in scoring position at third. A lot easier to drive in. And I think it's safe to say that Michael Morse has looked less than comfortable in left field since he made the move. He got a bad read last night on a line drive. He charged a line drive against the Dodgers that went over his head. So a guy that played Gold Glove quality first base still trying to figure it out in left field.
Corner infielders are in. The others are back for Bourgeois. And Lennon misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. So good speed at third. Really good speed in the batter's box here. Third base coach Dave Clark with Schaefer. Ball hit well left field. Astros lead 1-0. And for Bourgeois, his 14th RBI.
And just a challenge fastball in the inner half, foot down early, getting the head out. Nice piece of hitting. Allows Jordan Schaefer to score, and all of a sudden it's 1-0 Astros.
And now you have a running situation for Houston. And JD Martinez, the hitter.
The only way you score a run quicker than that is with a homer. I mean, it seemed like Jordan Schaefer was just hitting, and he's in the dugout.
Well hit right field. It'll bounce to Gomes. And now the Astros have 3 hits in a row. That'll make that first run earned. And now things get hairy with John Lennon's toughest matchup in this lineup, who doubled first time up, Carlos Lee coming in.
Yeah, all of a sudden here in the third, second time around for Lannon. That's 4 hard hit balls in a row. Wandy Rodriguez led this off with a line drive to right for an out. And a double by Schaefer. The base hit by Bourgeois, and then JD Martinez. John Lannon looking for a ground ball to get out of this inning.
So Steve McCaddick obviously concerned. A situation here that could blow this thing open early.
I would say concerned and maybe a hair irritated. He was encouraging John to make his pitch if you could read his lips.
Ball 2. So Lee has hit safely now 17 of his last 19 games. And Carlos up around 390 over that time. 8 for 18 career against Lannon. This is a big pitch right here. And John, 85, the changeup, he'll miss.
Well, better be careful right here because Carlos Lee is definitely going to have a green light.
Maybe wanted that ball up a little before he would offer at it. Carlos Lee, 346 career home runs. Just 15 this year. You wonder how that could happen playing at Minute Maid Park. Well, a lot of ball clubs don't pitch to him, especially with Hunter Pence gone. That's a strike, tailing to the outside corner, 3-2.
Perfect fastball from John Lannon. And Carlos Lee, a guy who's had some success against John in a hitter's count 3-1. What do you do? Locate a fastball. He had a good 3-0 fastball down in the zone, and look where this is. Perfect. Right on the outer half, down in the zone. That's a ground ball if Lee swings, and John Lannon's looking for that ground ball right here. Be interesting to see if Brad Mills starts the runners.
They are going. Swing and a drive up the middle. Just beyond the reach of Espinoza. Bourgeois scores easily. Martinez to third. And Danny Espinoza was just a couple of inches away from turning a double play right there. And another really hard hit ball. That's RBI number 80 for Carlos Lee.
Yeah, that ball was hit real hard. Watch the location of the pitch, just up in the zone. The two pitches before that were down and away. That one's center cut. And Danny Espinoza just misses it. And every single ball in this inning by the Astros has been hit on the barrel.
Well, you hate to see the bullpen coach standing next to the phone in the third inning of a ball game, but in September that phone rings early. So far it has not in the Nats bullpen.
Well, there's no need for it to ring right now. It's a third inning. It's only 2-0. He's one pitch away from getting out of this inning. So while there have been some hard hit baseballs, we've seen John Lannon fight and battle through this before.
Always one pitch away from the double play. John Lannon, among active left-handers, throws the most double play balls per 9 innings pitched. The number is 1.21. Doesn't sound like a lot. You get at least one every game. That's a lot. Chris Johnson, the hitter, bounced out to Desmond first time up. And that ball slicing. So it's J.D. Martinez and Carlos Lee across the diamond from each other. Target in. Well hit. Base hit. 3-0 Houston. And for Johnson, his 38th RBI. Astros now 5 consecutive hits.
You got the ground ball just in the hole right there. Johnson squared it up, got enough of it to get through the hole. Not a bad pitch. That's just kind of the way it's going right now for John Lannon in his third inning.
And the Nats bullpen about to get somebody up. Angel Sanchez, the hitter. He hits a ball through the hole. Michael Morse on the charge. They've got to stop Carlos Lee here. And the bases are loaded. They are attacking early in the count now.
And this one just had eyes too. So got the ground ball once again. And Desmond shading up the middle. It's in the 5.5 hole. Bases are loaded.
Yuneski Maya up and throwing quickly. Jose Altuve, tough guy to double up.
And the one thing John Lannon knows right here, bases loaded, 1 out. Altuve is going to be swinging, so you don't necessarily have to throw strikes early in the count. This is what in scouting reports sometimes coaches refer to as a no panic guy. I mean, you don't have to panic. You know he's going to swing. You treat it like it's an 0-2 count. You don't always have to throw him something right down the middle.
And John just missing outside with a fastball, 2-0.
All right, he can panic now.
Yeah, for a not very selective hitter, that was a pretty good take.
2 pretty good takes. And a guy that last night, when you look at the stats, he's swinging at everything.
A late swing there and a foul tip. This ball game very reasonable if John Lannon can get out of this thing. A lot of ball to be played tonight. Little chopper, left side. There's a play at home. Lannon throws it beyond the reach of Flores, and 2 runs will score. Carlos Lee was lumbering down the third base line, and John simply didn't make the connection.
I think he might have had a little more time than he thought right here. Head spin around, didn't pick up his target. Threw wide to home. Look how much time he had. Lee wasn't even running hard at all, so he had time to throw home.
That'll be a fielder's choice RBI E1.
Just a Halloween inning right now for John Lannon.
Actually, they don't have to give an RBI there. We'll see how they rule it. Yeah, they do not give an RBI. A suicide squeeze, and Houston is going to score another run. And bunting his way is a catcher, Carlos Corcoran, down to first base. And he gets an RBI on a suicide squeeze.
A pretty good call by Brad Mills. I mean, he knows what's going on. He saw the reaction from John Lannon as he threw the ball away. So what does he do? Put the squeeze sign on. Game's going fast right now for Lannon. All heck is breaking loose. They step on the throat with the squeeze.
Houston leads 6-0. And the only man who's made an out in this inning will be the next hitter, and that's the pitcher, Wandy Rodriguez.
There will be better days for John Lannon, I am sure.
John Lannon done after 2 1/3, called to the bullpen, packaged by the UPS store. We love logistics. Houston up big. in the 9th inning of a 7-3 loss to the Dodgers the other night, and a perfect bunt for the sacrifice by Rodriguez. So the pitcher has made both outs here in the 3rd inning.
And so in case you forgot, the Astros will be seeing fastball, slider, curveball, change, split from Yuneski Mayan. He'll throw any pitch at any count at any time.
Here's Jordan Schaefer, 3rd inning, batting for the 3rd time. He has struck out and doubled. His 1-out double down the line got all of this started. And a good slide to his right to smother that one by Jesus Flores.
I'll tell you what, if you pitch in the major leagues long enough, you're going to have nights like tonight that John Lannon had. I don't care who you are, how good you are, it's going to happen. I mean, it's just part of the game. It's not something you ever want to experience. It's not something you want to go through, but you could talk to the greatest pitchers of all times. They've had their innings to where you're out there thinking they know everything that's coming. They're thinking right along with you.
And every ground ball is hit between somebody.
And you're making good pitches, you're making bad pitches. It doesn't matter what kind of pitch you make, they're on it. And that's just called baseball. You're going to have 1 or 2 of those every single season. It's just unfortunate for John Lannon. He's been so good all year long that he had to have one like this late.
And a 3-0 that Maya throws in there to Schaefer. And a bouncing ball right side, Danny Espinosa. Astros will put 6 runs on the board in the 3rd inning, and the Nats have to start chiseling away. There's a long way to go tonight. FCS Sideline Report with Debbie. Visit FCA.org, the Association for IT Pros. Deb.
Well, one of the bright spots this season has been the young catching duo of Wilson Ramos and Jesus Flores. And Jesus told me that the 2 of them are trying to get better every day.
I think we're playing very well. Wilson is doing a great job. I feel myself, coming back very well, feeling great. I think we're having a good year together as a duo right now. Hopefully we can finish strong.
And they both have made strides, both calling games and with their offense. And they both tell me, too, that Pudge Rodriguez has been so helpful to them. They are all ears around him every day, and they learn something new from him each and every day. Bob, FP.
Well, we know how Pudge feels about not playing. He's got to be killing him right now. He is the consummate professional and will help this ball club any way he can. Flores takes a fastball high in the zone, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 3rd underway.
Oh, the way Pudge would like to be helping the ball club obviously would be to contribute with his bat, with his arm, the way he had all season long. But I think when you talk about what September means for this organization, you're taking a look at some people that you want to see if they can play here next year, if they're viable options. So, maybe a veteran guy, even though he's a Hall of Famer, and you look at him on the top step of the dugout in the catcher's stance.
That is a fair ball, says Alan Porter. And Jesus Flores leads off the 3rd with a double on a ball literally right down the line at the umpire.
I don't think Nats catchers hit singles. It seems like for about a week now, it's all we've been seeing from Flores and Ramos is doubles. Great swing right there. Alan Porter doing the splits, little 5-hole action. Look out. And that got the inside of his left knee.
Yeah. Best vertical leap I've seen by an umpire this year. I mean, sometimes the ball's just going to find you. I give him credit. He made the call and then tried to get out of the way. He didn't want anything to get in the way of making the proper call, and that ball was fair. And here's Maya with a chance to sacrifice, and he bunts it in the air. Fortunately, unreachable. Yudesky Maya this year 0 for 7 with a sacrifice. And of course, that's as a starter. And not a good looking effort there. Strike 2.
And you might think, why are they bunting down 6-0? Well, it's the bottom of the 3rd inning. You chip away, a run here, a run there. And like we said in the open, the game is never over with these guys. So score a couple. Get on the board any way you can against a tough lefty.
And Maya swings on 1 and 2 and strikes out. So now the Nats have shots with Desmond and Worth to get that run home. Wandy Rodriguez has been around for a while. He's not going to change much of anything he does just because he has a 6-run lead. Probably in his mind out there, it's 1-0 right now, maybe 2. So Desmond, who bounced to short first time, looking for RBI number 40 here. And he hacks one foul. Jason Worth, 55 RBIs next. Target in. They're really jamming these right-handed hitters tonight. The battery of Carlos Corcoran and the lefty Wandy Rodriguez. Last time he faced the Nats, September 22nd of last year, right here. He pitched 6 1/3, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. The Nats won the game 4-3. Breaking ball upstairs, and Ian couldn't get to it.
See, that's the one you got to get if you're facing Wandy Rodriguez. That curveball right there was kind of the lazy one out over the plate. We've seen the sharp one at your back knee, but you see that? That's a hanger. He doesn't throw too many of those.
Came into this game with 21 strikeouts in his last 2 starts. And Ian with a good take off the plate away. He struck out 13 Pirates in one of those starts, so 13 of the 21 in that one game. He has 3 tonight. Chopper left side on the charge. Angel Sanchez. That kid gets rid of the ball smoothly and in a hurry. 2 outs.
He said it. You know, doesn't have a real big arm, but the ball doesn't stay in his glove for very long. Reminds me of a young Omar Vizquel about how quick he gets rid of it. That's all Omar Vizquel used to do right there. Ball in his glove, ball out of his glove, get it in the air. It's hard to beat out a throw that's already left somebody's hand. You watch baseball at the lower levels, college, high school, kids take 4 shuffles and throw it as hard as they can across the diamond. You say, wow, that's a good arm, but the guy was safe.
Yeah.
If you get rid of the baseball, nobody will ever beat out a throw. Guys beat out plays while the ball is in your glove, not out of your glove.
Here's Worth, who fly deep to center first time up. That dugout needs a little shot in the arm right here, and a 2-out RBI could do it. Ryan Zimmerman, wouldn't you love to see him bat in this inning? Good take by Worth. 3-0.
Just the little things get you back into a baseball game. If Yuneski Maya gets Jesus Flores over to third base, that ground ball that Ian Desmond just hit the shortstop's a run. They're going to play the infield back up 6 runs. So you still have to execute even though you're down by 6.
And Worth, who thought he walked, takes a borderline strikeout there.
Let's check out that last pitch to Jason Worth. I thought it was outside. I don't know what pitch track has to say, but I thought it was a ball.
I saw separation between the ball and the box. 3-2 now, and Worth will foul it off to the right side. Wandy Rodriguez, career record 72 and 74. He makes his 194th career start. It's his 9th against the Nats. He's 4-1 despite nearly a 5 career ERA against Washington. Runner going, and Worth, right side, speared by Lee, race to the bag, and Carlos Lee gets there. Good glove play by the big man who's played some first base and some left field this year, denying the Nats a 2-out RBI. On to the middle innings, 6-0 Houston. Grateful and very admiring of our troops this particular weekend. It's our DynCorp International Troop Recognition. At DynCorp, we serve today for a better tomorrow. Nowhere is baseball mixed with patriotism better than in our ballpark right here. So Yuneski Maya back to work here in the top of the 4th inning. Nats are down 6-0. But there's been some magic in this ballpark this year, so don't vacate yet. We've got plenty of baseball to be played tonight, and we know there will be some offense soon. It'll be Bourgeois, Martinez, and Lee for Houston, top 4. Maya on the inside corner to Jason Bourgeois, who drove in Schaefer after that double in the error last inning. Breaking ball, base hit. One of those nights. I mean, Jason Worth's ground ball a moment ago probably hit harder than 3 or 4 of the grounders by the Astros last inning, but right now the Nats can't find the holes and Houston can. Go to nationals.com/2012, and if you place a deposit now on season tickets for next year, you get the rest of this season free. Buy 2, get 2. Check it out. JD Martinez, the runner taking a big lead, and a snap throw in behind Bourgeois. He's back easily. The pitch was a strike. Double play ball, Ian Desmond. Danny Espinosa, 6-4-3. In a situation like this, FP, you're looking for little momentum changers wherever you can find them.
Yeah, get your team back in the dugout, chip away at that 6-run lead. And for Yuneski Maya, every time you take a big league mound, all eyes are on you. It's evaluation time for the ball club, for the manager. After giving up a leadoff single, he gets a nice ground ball double play.
Base is empty, 2 outs for Carlos Lee, who's 2 for 2 tonight. Carlos Lee, by the way, just made 80 RBIs for the 13th straight time, and only one other player had a streak like that to start a career. Jeff Bagwell, also an Astro. That one speared by Marrero, and a really good inning for Yuneski Maya. Here comes Zimmerman, Morrison, Gomes. .395 through D.C. at rush hour. You will be able to identify with this president's race. We had 2 for-president pileups before they ever got anywhere near the right field corner.
That was a cheese grater on the schnoz right there, and then this, I don't know if the kids should be watching that.
And then Abe gets up. Photo finish, and Tall Tom fights off Abe, and George was making a late rush. Teddy was calling his insurance company to check on a fender bender. Here's Chris Johnson. Actually, Johnson will lead off next half inning. It's Ryan Zimmerman for the Nats here, bottom 4. That was 4 o'clock on Friday, just short of the South Capitol Street exit. Ryan Zimmerman bounced to second base first time up. Michael Morse, a lead pipe cinch to hit next. Well, if you appreciate good baseball, you have to appreciate what Wandy Rodriguez is doing to these Nationals right-handed hitters. He is pounding them inside. Zimmerman fouls off that breaking ball. Ryan, early power against Bud Norris last night.
He got on top of a high fastball, a little tomahawk chop to the deepest part of the ballpark.
Barely a quiver on that bat on the Exmo.
And that swing never gets old.
Zimmerman up the middle, off the pitcher's glove. Chance to beat it out. Safe. See how the Nationals have their third base hit.
I mean, it's obvious what he's doing to Nationals right-handers. Pound him in, right? If you're a hitter right now, don't even look in there. Disregard the fastball in. Look for the curveball over the plate. Look for the fastball in the outer half like Ryan Zimmerman did right there. And just think about going back up the middle. Where you get into trouble off a lefty with a sneaky fastball in the inner half is you look for it. And once you look for that fastball in there, he's got you right where he wants you.
Yep.
You start to leave early. You start to cheat to get to that fastball. It opens up the fastball away. It opens up the curveball. So if he throws a couple of strikes in there, so what? Stay with your game plan. Look for something out over the plate. Until you get to 2 strikes, then you got to battle and fight off that heater on the inner half.
Well, Ryan, throughout his career, is so good at hitting the ball hard up the middle. Michael Morse, base hit. Zimmerman had to hold up to make sure it got through. And the Nats have 2 aboard for Johnny Gomes.
Exactly what I'm talking about. He took the first pitch on the inner half, looked for something out over the plate, went the other way. Don't fall into that trap of looking for that heater on the inner half. Disregard it. If you get to 0-2, so what? Then you fight. But early in the count, I'm looking for the curveball out over the plate. I'm looking for a fastball away. And look at the side swing for Michael Morse. Perfect. Look where that ball is. Down, away, extension, base hit. That simple. You've already seen him once. You've done your homework. You've seen the crispy fastball in the inner half of the plate. Forget about it. Look for something else.
Here's Johnny Gomes, who had the Nats' first hit. A clean single to left with 1 out in the second.
See, and that's where he's throwing a lot of those curveballs, too. So cut the plate in half. You forget about the inner half. Because if you look in there, Bob, you'll swing. And that's what he wants you to do.
Counts even, 1-1. Johnny Gomes as a Nat, 3 homers, 10 RBIs. And with that base hit last time, 9 for 26 career against Wandy Rodriguez. Not too many hitters are hitting 346 against this guy. Nice crowd is gathered tonight. The lower bowl fairly full. Beautiful night. 82 degrees at game time. Steven Strasburg tomorrow, 1:35 against Henry Sosa. And Gomes lets that one bounce, and both base runners advance. And leading the way was Ryan Zimmerman with a good secondary lead, because Michael Morse couldn't go until he saw Ryan on the move.
Anytime a guy has a big curveball as a base runner, you're looking for it in the dirt. And when you're on second base, it has to kick one way or another. So for Ryan Zimmerman, as soon as he sees that ball in the dirt kick to the right, then you take off. If Corcoran keeps it right in front of him, you can't go anywhere. And now it's back to last inning. You got a runner on third base. Johnny Gomes trying to pick him up.
Right in there with a fastball, and Johnny Gomes is gone for the first out. He just painted the inside corner. Strikeout number 4 for Wandy Rodriguez, and Danny Espinosa coming up.
Base hit right here, you got a ball game.
That's the one that Danny has to take, that nasty biting curveball heading for his back foot.
That might have been a cross-up.
Looked like it.
Corcoran reached over like that was going to be a curveball. Last second, he caught a fastball. And that's how you can hurt somebody. Whenever it's slow to fast and you think slow's coming and fast comes, that's when you get hurt. You see him try to block that ball. He turned his glove over. Thought that was going to be a low curveball in the dirt. Turned out to be a fastball. Nats didn't catch a break right there. That usually goes to the screen.
Doug Brocail, pitching coach, watching. A 2-0 count here. 4th inning, Nats down by 6. That could change in a heartbeat. Chris Marrero next. Breaking ball is his out pitch right now.
It's his out pitch if you try to pull it. If you're thinking the other way, it can go far.
Espinosa strikes out on another breaker, and Wandy Rodriguez pulls out the big hook to get a couple of Ks here. In the 4th inning, got a couple of strikes with it on Gomes before buzzing him with a fastball. And here's the convergence pitch track on Danny Espinosa's AB.
And that's what Wandy's going to do. High stress situations, he's going to get beat with his best pitch, and his best pitch is his curveball.
Convergence technology and Citrix, the winning team to desktop virtualization. Call the experts 301-860-1960 or visit convergencetech.us. It's up to Chris Marrero now, who struck out swinging his first time. He's got right-handers trying everything they can to make contact with that thing. Two on, two out.
And trust me, I've been there. You're facing a guy like Mike Hampton, a guy like Al Leiter, little left-hander like Hampton coming in with the fastball. These two guys have very similar stuff when you talk about Hampton. But there's certain lefties that pound you in to where it's just a tough go. If you're even thinking about the inner half, it makes that curveball that much better. But Rodriguez has got one of the better left-handed curveballs in baseball, and you're seeing it on display right now.
And Marrero up the middle with a base hit. Zimmerman scores. Here comes Michael Morse. The Nets are on the board. And Chris Marrero doubles his career RBI total.
And 2-out RBIs are backbreakers. This is a ball game. A nice piece of hitting right there. You see the curveball? Didn't try to pull it. Let it get deep right back up the middle. Don't try to do too much with it. Back-to-back nights, Chris Marrero with some big hits for the Nats.
Well, I asked Randy Knorr about Marrero yesterday around the cage, as well as Lombardozzi. He said the thing about these two kids is they both know how to hit. They're up there with an idea, and they're not just up there hacking. And that was a wonderful example of some very intelligent hitting by a rookie who's been in the big leagues for 2 weeks.
And see, that's what I'm talking about this whole inning of my little rant right now. He didn't try to pull that pitch. Tried to go right back up the middle.
Now if Flores can get something here, it's all gravy. And that is a little bit low. Pudge Rodriguez has stepped to the on-deck circle. Colin Ballister, if they can get one more batter up here, they can hit for Maya. And Flores did double off the umpire. Third baseline last time. There's a rocket to left. This ball is just foul into the corner. That thing must have had 10 to 15 foot of hook on it. When it first left his bat, it looked like it might flirt with a home run. And instead, it's into the corner, foul.
Jesus Flores has been feeling it at the plate lately. Double his first time up, squared that ball up. Let's take one more look at it. And fastball right down the middle, just a hair quick. Perfect swing, though.
I think he thought he got it. And then look at that thing hook.
Just foul. Wow. We're kind of blocked off from seeing that where we're sitting, so that's the first we saw of it right there. Just missed.
Pulls that one hard. Strike two. Tell you one thing, for somebody who plays twice a week, Jesus Flores is getting his hacks here lately. Crowd back into the ball game, and as I mentioned, it's a very nice crowd, waiting for something more to cheer about. And on a pitch away, Flores will strike out. But Chris Marrero saves the inning with a 2-out, 2-run single. 6-2 game. Broadcast on Masson. Brought to you by Verizon Wireless, America's largest and most reliable wireless network. Beautiful night here at Nationals Park. Guys are in the house and enjoying it, at least the fact the Nats are partially back in this game, and there's a long way to go, 5 innings worth, as we go top 5. Take the Nats with you wherever you go this season. If you're a traveling businessman, businesswoman, or on vacation, take us with you. Drop by Nationals.com to check out MLB.tv. Every game live on demand on your computer or your favorite device. Baseball everywhere. Inning and 2/3 of scoreless pitching for Yuneski Maya. Can he get 3 more outs before they pinch hit for him? He faces Chris Johnson. 5th inning underway, ball 1. Good breaking ball there. The count's even. Phillies in a 2-2 battle, 5th inning at Milwaukee. And the Marlins have a 3-0 lead at Pittsburgh. Braves have fallen behind at St. Louis 4-0. Freddie Freeman hit a homer, top of the 4th, his 19th. So it's the Braves trailing at St. Louis, 5th inning, 4-2. Chris Johnson, 1 for 2 RBI single. Maya just missing, blown away. Angel Sanchez, the shortstop, and the second baseman Jose Altuve to follow here in the 5th. I had him hesitating there. Off speed, well done by Maya. That'll be his first strikeout. AT&T Trivia. Walk-off wins for the last 7 here at Nationals Park over the last 2 homestand. Jason Worth's been in the middle of it. Ryan Zimmerman, as always, center stage. And again, not to be forgotten about last night's effort, the 5 1/3 scoreless innings on 2 hits without a walk by the bullpen. Struck out 7, didn't walk anybody.
You mean the bullpen where Storn set up Clippard?
And a ball lashed up the middle by Sanchez for a base hit. He's 2 for 3. So we're talking walk-off wins recently here at home. Nats have a record of 40 and 32 at Nationals Park. Franchise record 15 by the Expos back in '88, but certainly a Nationals record. And by the way, the Nats have already clinched at least a 500 record at home because there's been one game washed out. But they want to go way beyond 40. That's serious damage right there, and a foul ball off the leg of Jose Altuve. So the Nats, unless something dramatically changes and they have to play the Dodgers, which appears to be doubtful, will play only 80 home games this year.
The '88 Expos with Tim Wallach and Tim Raines, Hubie Brooks, Otis Nixon, Dave Martinez.
Good ball club.
And I'm looking at the roster from the '88 Expos, and there's a Johnny Paredes on that. I wonder if there's a relation to Jimmy.
I knew I had seen that last name somewhere before.
For the Astros,
You don't forget a Paredes. Have to check on that.
Don't forget Casey Candel, my favorite 1988 Expo.
Well, his mom played in the Girls All-American Baseball League, didn't she?
Yep.
Back during the war, a league of their own was inspired by that. Off-speed pitch, and that's hit hard into right center. Able to make the turn and go to third is Sanchez, as Maya threw a ball 69 miles an hour sitting up. And Altuve knew what to do with it. He's on for the second time tonight. Number 8 hitter, the catcher Carlos Corcoran, coming up.
Well, I'm sure when he had Altuve 0-2, he wanted to expand the zone, but he probably wanted to expand the zone down, not up. Left the curveball up right there, and Altuve, you know he's going to swing. Nice piece of hitting.
27-year-old switch hitting catcher Carlos Corcoran
They struggled to get back in this baseball game and make it a 4-run deficit from a 6-run deficit. You're looking for a ground ball right here to get out of this and make this a shutdown inning. The last thing you want to do is give the Astros a run right back.
This is the guy that Brad Mills squeezed with on the first pitch last time. He'll drive this ball to left center. Jason Worth tracking it. He will get there. Sanchez can just trot home, and Houston gets one of the runs back. The Nats just scored. It's now 7-2. And a good running catch, by the way, by Jason Worth, covering serious yardage out there.
Yeah, I'm liking him in center field. There's no doubt about it. And he's getting great jumps. He's a long strider. Sometimes it doesn't look like he's running that hard, but he is flying. And he covered a lot of ground on a well-hit ball right there by Corcoran.
Here's Wandy Rodriguez, who's lined out to right and sacrificed. He jacks this ball down the line. Beyond the reach of Johnny Gomes, Altuve can fly. They're going to send him. Cutoff man missed, and Houston leads 8-2. So right back come the Astros to negate the 2 runs the Nats just worked so hard to get.
That's the fastball right down the middle. Rodriguez all over it. Rattles around the corner. And even if Johnny Gomes hits Danny Espinosa right there, I think Altuve was safe by a mile. He was almost home right there. So just like that, a 2-spot right back for the Astros. 8-2.
Nats cannot get the shutdown inning from Maya they were looking for. Top of the order, Jordan Schaefer. 5th inning, and their leadoff man is batting for the 4th time. Houston Astros have the 4th highest batting average out of 16 teams in the National League at .259 coming in. They just haven't done a good job this year putting hits together to score. Only the Padres and the Giants have scored fewer runs. And they certainly don't live on the long ball. Only San Diego fewer homers than Houston's 85. And now the dugout thinks there might be something wrong with Yuneski Maya. Lee Kuntz, Steve McCaddy, and Davey Johnson all popping out of the dugout. Colin Ballister was up last half inning while the Nats were hitting in case they got down to the number 9 spot. He could probably reheat in a hurry. And for now, Maya stays. Three hits in the inning, 2 runs for Houston. And a bouncer up the middle. Desmond to his left, reaching forward to pick it up. Good play. That'll do it for Maya after 2 1/3. Now the Nats are down by 6 again. hurt in a 6-run third inning when 2 runs were unearned. And then Chris Marrero got the Nats their only offense tonight. That big, at least at the time, 2-run single, 2 outs.
Yeah, stayed on a nice curveball from Wandy Rodriguez. Picked it right off the plate, kept his hands inside the baseball. Nice thinking back up the middle. Was rewarded with 2 RBIs.
And Marrero now 4 in his young career, 4 RBIs in his first 13 big league games. 79 pitches, 52 strikes. So Wandy Rodriguez is not exactly on a pitch count to go 8 or 9 tonight. Brian Bixler will be the pinch hitter for Yuneski Maya. And as we look at our upcoming schedule, the big highlight is tomorrow at 1:30. We will join you from the booth at 1:35. Steven Strasburg will throw first pitch as he tries to follow up his brilliant outing earlier this week of Tuesday night. So it's Strasburg against Henry Sosa, who the Nats have never faced, tomorrow. Tyler Ballister will take over in the 6th after the Nats hit. There's Brian Bixler with Desmond and Worth to follow, bottom 5.
Yeah, I had Henry Sosa in A-ball in San Jose. He was a pitcher for us, a big prospect in the Giants organization when I was the hitting coach in San Jose. Pretty good pitcher. He came over in the Jeff Keppinger trade from the Giants. Maybe his 7th major league start tomorrow, going up against Steven Strasburg.
Sosa with a career record of 44 and 32. He's made 155 appearances, 90 starts at the big league level. Nats just have never run into him anywhere. 2 balls and a strike to Bixler. The ball high in the air out to center for Schaefer. Solutions that help you achieve your financial goals. PNC for the achiever in you with our minor league report. And congrats. Today announced Stephen Lombardozzi, the position player, Brad Peacock, the pitcher. The Nats minor league player and pitcher of the year, respectively.
A little ceremony on the field before the game, getting some serious hardware. Job well done, boys. Congratulations.
Well, Mike Rizzo knows he's standing right in between 2 building blocks for the future. Now it's up to them. Top of the order, Ian Desmond. And a strike from Wandy Rodriguez, who's forced him to hit the ball to short twice. This one out to left center. Schaefer is after it. He's there in plenty of time. 2 outs. Ian didn't come close to getting all of that ball, and he still hit it about 360, 370. Going to bring up Jason Worth with 2 outs and the bases empty.
And Jason Worth with 2 hard-hit baseballs tonight. Flew out to center his first time up. A little 1-hopper to Carlos Lee his last time up. So 0 for 2. 2 hard-hit balls, 2 good plate appearances, nothing to show.
First pitch changeup. Haven't seen Wandy pull out this straight change much so far.
I was talking to Jim DeShays before the game, and he said Rodriguez probably has one of the better curveballs you'll see, but he also has a good changeup, but he doesn't use it that much. You know, Jim DeShays, a former lefty, probably known for his curveball and his off-speed. throughout his playing days. Thought that if Wandy Rodriguez maybe went to his changeup a little bit more, he'd be even more effective.
Yeah, that was a totally different look he gave Worth a moment ago. Jim Deshaies, by the way, 4th all-time on the Houston left-handed pitching innings pitch list. Bob Knepper's first. Wandy is second, Mike Hampton, and then Deshaies. And Worth will hit that ball hard out to right center, but Jordan Schaefer's all over the ballpark right now to take in all 3 of those outs. 6th inning coming up, 8-2 Houston.
Move to the top of the inning. Now, earlier tonight, we saw Brad Peacock being named the Nationals Minor League Pitcher of the Year. He was 15-3, and Syracuse and I asked him what was the key to being effective.
Just calm down out there. I was a little nervous my first one, and Booker when I got to AAA, I was a little nervous there too, and he just said slow it down. That's what I did for the rest of the season. That's what I want to do here. I just want to get strike one and then work off that.
And Davey Johnson said earlier today that there's a very good chance that Brad could get a start in New York. So when I talked to him earlier about that, he said, I better tell my dad to stick around a little longer. Bob, FP.
Yeah, I don't want to miss a debut in the Big Apple if that's when it happens.
Well, I would love to see that.
Bourgeois goes up and hammers the first one by Ballister. And Jason Worth is at the edge of the track when he runs it down.
How about the night for Bourgeois? Gosh. 4 hard hit balls, 2 singles, and that right there.
And he almost beat out that ball in the first inning when he took on Marrero on that chopper. So that guy's a weapon when he puts the bat on the ball.
I, for one, would like to see Brad Peacock start a game. I think it would be awesome. You talk about his major league outing, a tough situation he was put in. Runners on base facing Matt Kemp, probably one of the best hitters in the National League. A guy that's used to starting, or at least starting a clean inning with nobody on, so I would be all for watching that guy start a ball game.
Well, we're hearing things.
That's good. I want to keep hearing those things.
Ballister with a strike to J.D. Martinez. And the count here is 0-2. 1 out, top 6. Did he go? That's a strike 3 call by Gary Darling. 2 outs. Astros box score. They bunched 7 hits, 6 runs into that 3rd inning. RBIs by Bourgeois, Lee, Johnson. On a suicide squeeze, Corcoran. And then they got those 2 runs in the 5th on the RBIs by Corcoran and Rodriguez. So they've had 3 runs batted in from their battery tonight. Carlos Lee, a good night, 2 for 3, lined out hard to Marrero last time up. Alistair with a good breaking ball, 1-1.
Remember last night, too, Bud Norris helped himself out offensively as well.
One and two with 2 outs. On the appeal, Paul Emmel says no swing. Nice breaking ball, had him reaching. Desmond plenty of time. Throw is got Marrero stretching. In the effort to come from behind, Zimmerman, Morse, and Gomes straight ahead. And great giveaways. The all-new Skybox Sports Bar, your game day headquarters at Hollywood Casino Charlestown Races. Astros up by 6. And the highest career average against Houston. Ryan Zimmerman's right in there. Hanley Ramirez from outside the division. So's Brad Hawpe, but Joey Votto and Ryan Braun, who see a lot of Houston pitching, a lot more at bats, and some very impressive numbers. So here's Ryan, 1 for 2 tonight. In this series, he's 2 for 6 with a homer, 2 RBIs, a walk, and he has scored 3 runs. We're going to call this the can you get back in it inning. Nats have been out hit 12-5 and trail 8-2, bottom 6, with the big 3 guns coming up here: Zim, Morse, and Gomes.
Is that sponsored by anybody?
Could be. Two balls and a strike. Breaking ball at the knees. Yeah, 2-2. Then Ryan rides out of play to the right side. Nats had 2 hits before the 4th inning. Gomes and Flores. And then in the 4th, Zimmerman and Morse got singles to lead off the inning. 2 outs later, Chris Marrero delivered that 2-run single. That's been it for the offense. Zimmerman takes ball 3. Waits for the off-speed pitch, hits it out to left center. And just cruising over there, J.D. Martinez for the first out. If you're a season ticket holder, the clock is ticking. You have until next Thursday to renew and receive a 5% discount. The easy payment plan, the Curly W renewal gift, the red carpet rewards, all await you at nationals.com/renew. Michael Morse is 1 for 2 with an opposite field base hit and a run scored. So Michael checks in at 312, fifth in the batting race. He cracks one to right, heading for the scoreboard, and that ball is a rocket that leaves the yard. It is amazing how hard he hits the ball the other way. That's his 27th.
Partner, there's been certain times up here in the booth where I've seen something that's so amazing I start laughing and I have to hit the cough button. This is one of those times. He takes a ball in the inner half and absolutely hits a missile out to right center field. It took all of about 3 seconds to get out of the ballpark. The truck's telling me 4.2 seconds of hang time on that line drive from the Beast.
RBI number 84, home run number 27. It's just been an amazing season for Michael. He came into this season with 21 career home runs, and he hit 15 of them last year. So he's going, well, he's already more than doubled his total. It's just crazy what he's doing.
3 away from 30.
That's great. RBI total, 6 away from 90. Johnny Gomes 1 for 2. Johnny will try to drop one into left field, and it's on the ground in front of J.D. Martinez. That'll get Danny Espinosa to the plate.
Let's check out the side swing in super slow motion on the Exmo. Michael Morse from the side. Let's watch it. I mean, that ball's on the inner half, hands inside the baseball, right on the screws. Head buried, doesn't look up till the ball's probably over second base. And he hit that so hard that he probably looked up and it was already in the stands.
Offers that won't last long. Hurry into your local dealership to check out the Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Summer Clearance event. That's our Jeep Exmo. Here's Danny Espinosa. Wandy Rodriguez is going to keep giving him a diet of junk until Danny can do something with it. 0 for 5 with a walk in the series. Ground ball to short, strikeout tonight. The Nats have him over 100 pitches, and it's only the 6th inning.
Where's the damage been tonight, though? Now Chris Marrero up the middle. Michael Morse the other way.
Yep.
Getting back to what I'm talking about, facing a guy like Wandy. Disregard the inner half, look away, and drive it that way.
And I like the idea by Danny with the third baseman playing back.
Yeah, you need base runners down by 5. Good idea.
By the way, Wandy Rodriguez last 6 starts. Pitch counts 105, 110, 109, 111, 113, 106. So he is getting up to the ceiling of his durability in a particular ball game. Espinosa on a breaking ball down and in. And he's gone. 2 outs. 7 strikeouts for Rodriguez. 28 in his last 3 starts. And here at Nationals Park, Michael Morse makes some noise to get the Nats back to within 5 at 8-3 with his 27th home run of the year. Now it's up to Chris Marrero with that 2-out approach of his to try to keep things going one more time. Marrero, 2-run single last time up. So he starts his major league career 13 for his first 45, batting .289 with 4 RBIs. Atahualpa Severino. Wendy Rodriguez, since the 8th of August, has a 2.77 ERA. Opponents only hitting 228 against him. His ERA was almost a run per game higher up to that point this season. Marrero out to short for Sanchez. The short way, and the Nats are gone. They've stranded their 4th runner. Michael Morse continues to amaze. 2 for 3 tonight. In the batting race, hitting around 315, and that's number 27, RBI number 84. Two for 3 night. Opposite field homer, the likes of which nobody hits around here. Tomorrow will be a very somber day and a very special day. Steven Strasburg returns to the mound after his dominating performance on Tuesday night when he pitched 5 innings, gave up just 2 hits and no runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Strasburg back on the mound tomorrow night. Actually, 1:35 tomorrow day. We'll get you going at 1 o'clock, Nats Extra. FP and I join you in the booth at 1:30, and Steven toes the rubber at 1:35. Chris Johnson, the hitter for Houston. Colin Ballister trying to keep this thing where it is, and that is a foul ball. Look at that play by Ryan Zimmerman. Just playing the whistle, as they say in other sports. Don't ever assume anything's fair or foul.
Can you make plays of the week on a foul ball? I mean, he's getting a standing ovation right now. Watch this play. I mean, you don't have time to sit around and ask whether it's fair or foul, but get rid of it quick. The jump throw on the money. That was pretty close, too.
And the count's no balls, 2 strikes. Ballister with a nasty breaking ball for the strikeout. 4 straight for Colin, and 2 of those 4 on swinging Ks. Ballister has started to pitch better lately, coming out of the bullpen in these middle of the game situations. This is Anyuri Rodriguez, one of the 3 the Astros feature. We saw Fernando last night.
Oh, I thought you meant they had 3 Anyuri Rodriguez's.
No, that would be an aneurysm. At least up here it would be. Angel Sanchez is 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 runs scored. A lot of breaking balls from Colin. He goes 3-0. speedy Jose Altuve next. And then Ballister, who has pitched pretty well, missing with that one. Next two batters, a combined 3 homers on the year. And a bouncing ball. Zimmerman gets up and throws. Now how about that play on a fair ball? 2 outs.
I mean, how spoiled are we? Getting to see this guy play third base every single night. And the great plays, for me at least, are starting to become routine. I mean, how many times have we seen that exact same play this year? Going to his left, dive, get up, sidearm throw right on the money. Just another ho-hum play for Ryan Zimmerman.
Here's Altuve. And that's a strike.
When I say ho-hum, I mean that with the utmost respect. He is as good as it gets down there. I still like the foul play better. That was amazing.
Ballister working quickly here, trying to get this ball game to the 7th inning stretch. They'll pinch hit for him in the bottom of the 7th, and the Nats will still have 9 outs with which to work. Even Zim can't cut that one off. Desmond gets rid of it. And the Nats flashing some defense. 2 really good innings by Colin Ballister. Part of it thanks to his Gold Glove buddy over there at third base. Brought to you by your local Ford dealers and by Bank of America. Our nation's capital bracing for a very special remembrance tomorrow. Extra security measures in effect all over town. The Capitol, the Monument, the White House, the Pentagon, and here at the ballpark. How about some of this defense with Colin Ballister throwing strikes?
Check out Ian Desmond go to the backhand side. We've seen him this year kind of get around that ball, maybe momentum going in the outfield, but with a fast runner, he goes to the backhand, and look how quick the exchange is, look how strong the arm is, throwing the money. Perfect play by Ian Desmond. So you can tell he's making the adjustments. Play maybe a couple of weeks ago where he fields in front of, going away from the play. Backhanded that one, good throw, got rid of it quick, perfect.
And before we tell you about Yuri Rodriguez, how about Wandy Rodriguez? 108 pitches in 6 effective innings.
We'll tell you about all the Rodriguezes, but first we're going to start with Wandy. Had a good curveball going tonight. The get-me-over curveball, then a snappy one with 2 strikes. And how about his night at the plate? It's a first-pitch fastball from Yuneski Maya. Ball stays in the ballpark and does some damage on offense as well. So a big night for the little lefty from Houston.
That he is, and here's Yuri Rodriguez, who's not little. He's 6'4", 200, but a high ERA. As mentioned, this is not a great pitching staff. It is not a great bullpen. Wandy Rodriguez did his part. And by the way, he did not walk a batter tonight, so he didn't do anything to hurt himself. And Jesus Flores leads off, bottom of the 7th, with a left-handed pinch hitter waiting to hit for Ballister.
I mean, if we get Henry and Pudge in this game, we could set some kind of record for most Rodriguez's in a major league game.
Well, and they still have Fernando, who could reappear tonight.
I mean, the managers should get together before tomorrow's game to try to set that up. There's Pudge. You thought he was antsy when he was on the DL? Imagine him now, healthy, ready to rock and roll. Hasn't been able to get in there.
Nats trailing 8-3. 0-2 to Flores. Jesus 1 for 2 of the double tonight. And he waits for the breaking ball so he can foul it away. And Yuri Rodriguez is just 23 from the Dominican. He's a rookie. Signed with Colorado at the age of 17 back in 05. And Flores will take it off to the right side. And the Astros got him in the Rule 5 draft in 08. Jesus takes one well outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, the Nats will be seeing a fastball, slider, curveball change from Rodriguez. Fastball and low 90s.
Flores with a beautiful swing the other way. Bourgeois over to cut it off, and Jesus Flores is 2 for 3 tonight. These catchers are putting on some kind of September show between Flores and Ramos.
And that would have been a double, too, if not for the good play by Bourgeois in right field. I mean, off the bat, this had double written all over it. Nice job of hitting right there, letting the ball travel, backing it up. Hands inside, thinking about going the other way, and watch the play by the speedy Bourgeois. Cutting that ball off. That might have been 2 or 3 if he doesn't get to that.
So here's Steven Lombardozzi. Still hunting that first major league hit. He's 0 for 10. Top of the order next. On the inside corner for a strike. Lombardozzi hitting .309 AA and AAA combined this year with 52 RBIs. Get a good take on a ball away. Counts even.
Come on, Lambo.
As FP often says, that first one the hardest to get. As soon as he gets it, he'll just be playing baseball. They play him straight away.
I've seen him pull a lot of baseballs from the left side since he's been called up. A lot of ground balls to second base, and it looks like to me where he's standing on the plate, he's probably a pull hitter left-handed.
Yeah. All 10 of his ABs from the left side, by the way.
And that might suit him well right here with the hold open. And Flores on first.
And then Rodriguez goes soft outside. And then the top of the order coming up. A lot of big innings start with a hit by the number 8 batter. And here's Lombardozzi batting ninth in pinch hitting, and he'll take it for ball 3. He has been on base. He does have a base on balls to his credit. Three-two in the air, center field. Little play for Schaefer. And it'll be Desmond and Worth now. Buy 2, get 2. 2012 season tickets. And place a deposit now. You get the rest of the 2011 season free. Go to nationals.com/2012 to check out. Buy 2, get 2. Right off the catcher's mask on a foul ball by Desmond. First pitch. Ian 0 for 3 tonight. Time for the Nats table setters to get some things done. Desmond and Worth a combined 0 for 6. Facing a right-hander now for the first time. Target away. Carlos Corcoran rattled again. Wow.
That was a double whammy right there. I got Gary Darling on the ricochet. He is not feeling it right now. Look at him. Bell ringing.
Desmond takes a fastball upstairs. I don't think Gary Darling allowed the appeal. He just said no, he didn't swing. Nats need a base hit badly here. 1-2 with 1 out. Desmond takes one close, ball 2. Jason Worth. And then Zimmerman, if this inning can get that far. Now it's turning into a pretty good at bat.
0-2 to a 3-2.
Bottom of the 7th and a 3-2. Runner holding. Desmond, another foul ball. I think Carlos Corcoran needs to go for a walk for a while.
He does. That's 3 in a row.
Not to make light of it, but it's just so unusual to happen in rapid fire like this.
Same at bat, 3 foul balls right off his mask. Probably wants to reach out and trip Ian Desmond in the middle of this pitch.
Desmond fouls this one away. Nets now by 5. They still have 8 outs.
They almost got him again. This is where you quietly say to the hitter, come on, dude, this isn't cricket. Put one in play right here.
The bat could last for days.
This is a good battle, though, by Ian Desmond. I like it. 0-2 to a 3-2. Fouling balls off.
And Desmond finally not able to make contact. 2 outs. It'll be up to Jason Worth now here in the 7th. Let's check it out on the Citrix pitch track.
A good battle by Desmond. Just swung through a fastball right there. 92 on the black. Well located.
Convergence Technology and Citrix, experts with desktop virtualization. They can help your company achieve efficiency and cost reduction. Call them. They're the experts. 301-860-1960 or log on to convergencetech.us. On the corner to Worth. Astros have been working him away in this series. Jason got the infield hit, resulting in the error and the walk-off last night. And no swing, says Paul Emmel down at first. Worth got a pitch to pull there. That ball's into left center. Jason has his second hit of the series. And things get interesting now with Ryan Zimmerman approaching the batter's box in the 7th.
I'll show you what a funny game baseball is. Jason Worth, his first 3 times up, absolutely hit every single ball right on the barrel. And the one ball that he doesn't square up, he gets a base hit with. He'll take it. He's not complaining. But he's also asking Carlos Lee, what in the world is going on? Look where this one's hit. Right off the end. A beautiful thing for Jason Worth. You know, first time up, he flew out deep. Second time, a hard ground ball. Third time, he flew out deep. And he'll take it.
Here comes Brad Mills. With Zimmerman coming up. We have another Rodriguez sighting. That's Fernando. But Yuri stays for now. And that's a Severino. His name is Atahualpa. He was showing up some 96 from the left side the other night. Right now the focus is on offense and Ryan Zimmerman's 4th at bat tonight. He's 1 for 3. He was trying to bang one out of here on the first pitch to make it 8-6. Two mighty cuts. Dangerous, interested observer waiting to see if he'll bat here. Zimmerman on an 0-2 pitch. This ball approaching the barrier over there, and Carlos Lee not able to get there. He pulled up short, and the ball didn't get out of play by much.
And he kind of lost track of where he was right here. You see him reach out thinking the wall's going to come for contact, and it wasn't there yet. So Ryan Zimmerman kind of catches a break, and he'll get another shot.
Tell you what, 4 pitches, 4 swings. You cannot accuse Yuri Rodriguez of nibbling here with a 5-run lead. Look at that, 370 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Target way out there on 0-2. And Zimmerman strokes it into the glove of Jose Altuve, who timed his leap perfectly and took an RBI hit away. This one into the 8th inning now, and Houston leads it 8-3 as Ryan flirted with another 2-out RBI. Wandy Rodriguez on the Cox Wireless game summary. You can get 1 month free wireless service and a free smartphone. Sign up for Cox Wireless at their local solution store or visit cox.com.
Let's check out some gold tonight. And we're talking about Ryan Zimmerman at third base. Ground ball right there. Oh, did he get him? The replay showed he did, but pretty good play right there. It's play number 1. And this is the play I like best. Foul ball, but he stayed with it right there. So we're giving Ryan Zimmerman all kinds of stars on the scorecard tonight. Great plays all over the place. Gold is gold, especially when it's at third for the Nats. And it's Ryan Zimmerman.
Well, battling, trying to keep the ball game close. And here comes another pitcher trying to do the same. Atahualpa Severino, 26-year-old lefty from the Dominican, who was flashing some 96 heat the other night.
Yes, fastball averages 95 miles an hour. He's got a slider to go with it. So a 2-pitch pitcher, fastball, slider.
Number 8 hitter is Carlos Corcoran for the Astros here in the 8th. He'll be batting for Yuri Rodriguez in a moment. And that'll be Jason Michaels. '94, and we like what we see so far. Severino 1-2 with a save and a .450 ERA in 35 appearances with Syracuse this year. on the heels of a very good job by Colin Ballister, and that nearly hit the batter. That is Juan Abreu warming up for the Astros. One of their 9 right-handers. Long ball game tonight. Long inning early for the Astros in the 3rd, so the game flow was interrupted back then. Chugging along smoothly right now with hand-cooked tires. B1 with it. Carlos Corcoran, a couple of RBIs tonight. Suicide squeeze bunt. It turned into a base hit and a sac fly. And I would think that maybe there could be an Excedrin in his future after this ball game. He's had his cage rattled several times tonight, most notably in that AB by Ian Desmond.
And Severino's got the good fastball, but until he establishes that slider in the strike zone, big league hitters will be on 95. If he can throw that slider, we saw one for a strike, that would add a couple miles an hour to his fastball.
That's a beauty down and in, huh?
There it is. So 10 miles an hour difference between the fastball and the slider. And he took a little bit off of this one. Better command at the back knee. And when you're sitting on 95, it's tough to stay back on that pitch. Nice job.
Jason Michaels, former Philly, former Indian. And the Astros signed him as a free agent after the 08 season. First 2 years, though, combining for just 12 homers and 42 RBIs. Michaels right now hitting a .197. And he'll line one just beyond the reach of Chris Marrero, base hit. Top of the order, Jordan Schaefer. Batted 4 times in the first 5 innings, and here he is in the 8th.
I'm going to watch Jordan Schaefer hit tonight and tell me that his stance isn't very similar to Steve Lombardozzi. They get in there, very similar body shapes, very similar sizes. They almost stand the same spot in the box. Very like hitters.
This guy listed at 6'1", 200, and Lombardozzi listed at 6'1", 75 or so. Yeah, very similar. This guy in Philadelphia who does okay with a similar setup right out over that inside corner, Chase Utley. Good fastball. Counts even 1-1. Speaking of the Phillies having quite a battle at Milwaukee tonight. They're still 2-2 in the 8th. Phillies have won the first 2 games of that series in Wisconsin, and the Brewers have dropped 4 in a row.
I'll tell you what, I watched the end of that Cardinals-Braves game last night. Kimbrel versus Pujols with the bases loaded, Braves up by 2. I mean, if that's not a matchup you'd pay to see. Threw a first pitch slider, swung through it, sat on the second pitch slider, hit it down the right field line for a couple of RBIs. But I mean, you can pick out certain pitchers and certain hitters that you want to see face each other in a video game. Those would be the 2 guys I would pick first. I think Kimbrel has the best stuff in baseball going right now. And obviously, we all know about Albert Pujols, but it was a matchup. It was what everybody came to see.
And a very rare blown save by Kimbrel, and then an extra inning loss. And a 1-2 pitch and a very defensive swing by Schaefer. Now it remains 1-2. Tonight's copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. Great crowd, 30,935 here tonight. Tickets available for tomorrow. Steven Strasburg takes on these Houston Astros at 1:35. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Second strikeout for Severino here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, the slider's been the out pitch for Severino, having trouble getting that fastball by the hitters with 2 strikes, so he's going to the slider. He struck out Corcoran with the slider. He struck out Schaefer with the slider.
Jason Bourgeois, 2 hits tonight, 5 in the series. Astros came to town. This guy was hitting .286. He's at .298 now.
He's had a nice night, and he's a nice looking hitter.
Picked up on waivers from Milwaukee in October of '09. And Severino tails one to the outside corner and gets a strike with it. That ball just lashed up the middle, through the box, right by the second base bag. And 2 on, 2 out with J.D. Martinez coming up.
You know what all good hitters do? They get their foot down early. I'm watching Bourgeois tonight. Every single at-bat, his stride with his left foot is getting down so nice and early. Look at that, down early, bam, nothing to it. It's been a short, compact swing, foot down early. You see in the slow-mo right there, already down. And perfect L with his backside, throwing the hips, head down the baseball. I'm watching all of his swings tonight, and I'm very impressed. And that's something that hitters, it goes, it comes. It's one of the hardest things to do is get that foot down early. But when you get that foot down early, you're seeing the baseball big, your head is still, and you're making good decisions. You get that foot down late, your head's still moving, you're late on the ball, you're late on the fastball. But as we've seen with Bourgeois tonight, all over every single pitch, he is a good-looking hitter.
So Todd Coffey popping up in this inning. J.D. Martinez is 1 for 4 tonight. Have to have a shutdown inning here in that final third out. The Nats have 6 outs with which to work. Morse, Gomes, and Espinosa coming up. You'd rather face Carlos Lee next inning. Jesus Flores right now taking some time getting together with Severino now that there's a runner at second base.
I don't think Michaels is going to be stealing third base in the 8th, up by 5. With 2 outs.
That ball right behind second base, and Desmond will make the call. 2 stranded by Houston, so here comes Michael Morse. Big night for him. Gomes and Espinoza to follow.
Game. Let's go back to the 6th inning and make it the beast. Why not? Look where this pitch is. You talk about good hitters beating a good pitch. Down and in. A good location, a good spot. Probably a ground ball for most guys. Michael Morse decides to get his hands inside the baseball, flex a little bit, and hit his 27th home run of the year on a good pitch from Wandy Rodriguez. And that's our 4th drive of the game. So good hitters sometimes beat good pitches, and that's what Michael Morse did.
Juan Abreu, former property of the Atlanta Braves, is the 3rd pitcher for Houston tonight. He takes over here in the 8th inning. Just his 3rd big league appearance. Inning and 2/3, 3 strikeouts so far. Easy looking 96 right there to Michael Morse. Michael 2 for 3 tonight, gets his batting average up to .314. And Michael goes down and try to get that fastball. 98. On a fastball up, Michael Morse strikes out. Nats a fan 9 times tonight, and that'll bring in Johnny Gomes with Espinoza to follow.
Yeah, Abreu's got a plus fastball. It averages right around 96 miles an hour. He'll throw a curveball and a change to go with it, but lots of fastballs from Abreu.
Johnny Gomes 2 for 3. Ooh, right in the back.
98. Ooh. Right now, Johnny Gomes is seeing stars, but he does not want to let Abreu know that that hurt. see the fastball, 98 miles an hour, right above the elbow guard, of course. And that was a sound. Just a heat-seeking missile. You got an elbow guard on, and where does it hit? Right above it.
Well, right now the Nats need base runners. Danny Espinosa, swing and a miss. Oh for 3 tonight. Nats have been out hit 14-9 by Houston. They won the ball game last night despite being out hit 10-6. And that's a high in the zone strike, 0-2. Good looking stroke the other way. Plenty of good seats remain for tomorrow. Nationals.com/tickets. Steven Strasburg will follow up his brilliant outing on Tuesday night by taking on the Astros tomorrow. 1:35. Henry Sosa, the opposition. And for Strasburg, it'll be his 14th career start. Swing and a miss, and Danny down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. That'll bring in Chris Marrero with 2 outs. Beautiful night at the ballpark. Nats fell behind by 6 in the 3rd. Got a couple of big runs in the 4th. But then Houston answered immediately with 2 more. And really, they've never looked back. They lead by 5. And Johnny Gomes just allowed to go to second base. Don't see defensive indifference called much in the 8th inning, but they do. Well, they gave the Nats 90 feet, and a base hit would put them at least within grand slam range.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking right now. I mean, if you're going to play behind me, am I supposed to surrender and just give up? Wave the white flag? Easy for me to say. Take an extra base. You score right here. You're in grand slam range in the 9th.
Given that situation, I would give the guy a stolen base. It's smart baseball.
It is. You're trying to get within 1 swing of the bat. You're not giving up. So if you're going to give me 90 feet and let me get into scoring position, Chris Marrero comes through once again, and it's a 4-run deficit versus a 5-run deficit. And for whatever reason, I load him up in the 9th in 1 swing. I tie the game. Why not take second base?
On a pitch upstairs. Marrero trying to jump all over it. And the count's 1-2.
And Corcoran take another one right there on the Marrero foul ball. And he's starting to flinch back there on foul balls. You see that one?
Nobody will blame him.
I don't blame him. Day game after night game, I think he's having a little chuckle right now. With Gary Darley saying, "What did I do to deserve this?" So he'll probably have tomorrow off. Darling giving him a little blow right there saying, thanks for absorbing all the bullets tonight for me.
One, 2, and Marrero a swing and a foul tip. He's gone. 8th inning over. Nats have stranded 7 runners and they trail 8-3.
For our Morgan Franklin pivotal play, and we're going to go back to the 5th inning. You remember that 6-run third. Very important to have a shutdown to keep your team in the baseball game. Wandy Rodriguez comes up with an RBI double in the 5th inning. That scores a run. There was a sac fly earlier that scored another run. So this game could be 6-3 right now, but because the Astros were able to add on, it's 8-3. Morgan Franklin and their clients know that pivotal plays don't just happen in sports. See who's making them in business and government at pivotalplays.com.
Appearance number 61 for Todd Coffey. So the Nats had to employ 5 pitchers tonight. And for the Astros, 4, 5, and 6, led off by Carlos Lee in the 8th inning. Fastball boring down and in on the right-handed batter. And a quick count of 0-2.
Fastball slider split from Todd Coffey. And when you look at the numbers on the season, right-handed hitters hitting just 183 against Coffey. Left-handed hitters, different story, 324, but he has done a nice job versus righties.
Carlos Lee 2 for 4 tonight. Talked about that RBI streak of his. First 13 years in the big leagues, at least 80 every year. I mean, that's something that Joe DiMaggio didn't do. Ted Williams didn't do it. The only active streak along with his is Albert Pujols, who has 11 years. Carlos Lee, 13 in a row. The all-time record is Jeff Bagwell with 14. So 2 Houston Astros enjoy a record all their own right now. Of course, he didn't spend his entire career with Houston. Started with the White Sox, did plenty of damage over there in the American League. Did 30 home runs over there in 04. A couple of years in Milwaukee, hitting 32 and 28 before going on to Texas for 1 year, and then the rest of his career with Houston. Jason Worth is under that one for the first out here in the ninth. Next up, Chris Johnson and Angel Sanchez. Astros are trying to win their 49th game of the year and delay that 100L thing as long as they can. Talking to Jim Deshaies about the whole scenario with them possibly going to the American League. And he made an interesting point that when the Astros were really good a couple of years ago, the Rangers weren't so good. And now Texas is a championship caliber ball club, and the Astros are in a down cycle. So if they end up in the same division here together in the next year or two, it'll be an interesting dynamic between the 2 teams from the same state in the same league.
Maybe in the same division.
Yeah. I don't see how they couldn't end up that way.
I mean, it'd be a good thing, right?
Yeah, just add them. Well, and in fact, the Houston people like the idea of playing the Rangers 18 times. It would be a good fan dynamic, build up that rivalry. A lot of fans would travel. I think you can drive from the Metroplex down to Houston in fewer than 4 hours, and it would be quite a rivalry in the same division.
Well, I'm all for it. I think it's a good idea.
Coffey drills Angel Sanchez. 2 on, 1 out.
Right in the ribs. That did not feel good. So Johnny Gomes got hit in the bottom of the 8th. And now Sanchez here in the top of the 9th.
And over the years, the way these things always went was at this point it would pretty much be over. Now, if there's one more, Gary Darling might have to pull out the old warning. There's Jose Altuve, and that's way outside. He's been on base twice tonight with a walk and a base hit. Crew chief is working the plate tonight. 25-year veteran Gary Darling. Coffey throws in a letter high fastball. And the count's even 1-1. In the air, right center. Worth stalking it. He'll get there. And he'll whip that ball into second base for the second out.
And Todd Coffey's the cutoff man.
Yeah, the throw went a little offline. No movement by the runners, and 2 outs now.
I'll tell you what. Jason Worth's been getting some good jumps. I like to watch him run, especially from we're sitting up here. You see the routes that he's taking, the angles that he's taking to the baseball.
Yeah.
Very comfortable. I mean, he looks better to me in center field than he did in right field this year.
Carlos Corcoran, 1 for 3. Suicide squeeze bunt single and a sac fly. His sac fly and the Wandy Rodriguez double back in that 5th really changed this ball game again. The Nats were on the verge of being back in it. And I'm not going to talk in the past tense anymore because we have seen a 6-run 9th inning in this ballpark this year. And that was against the best team in the league. Phillies and the Astros at opposite ends of that spectrum. So anything can happen. And Coffey slips it by Corcoran. 1 ball, 1 strike. Doug Slayton, if needed. Coffey will take a little bit off and bounce one. 2-1. Long ball game tonight. Approaching the 3-hour mark here as we play just beyond the 10 o'clock hour at Nationals Park. Houston leads at 8-3. They've out hit the Nats 15-9, and they're trying to take a 3-2 lead in the season series.
I thought he broke his bat on that. Had a funny sound.
Todd working slowly with 2 men on base here. And a 2-2 pitch. A little flare over the infield. Coming home is Chris Johnson. Houston leads it 9-3. And now left-hander Brett Wallace will come in and pinch hit.
You talk about serving the ball out there and placing it perfectly. Carlos Corcoran will take 100 of those.
And Davey Johnson will counter with his left-hander, Doug Slayton. So Todd Coffey only able to get a couple of outs here. 2 hits, a hit batter, and in a 6-run game in the 9th, Davey Johnson will go lefty-lefty here. Slayton against Wallace. We'll bring you back to Nationals Park in a moment. Nine-3 contest, 2 outs, top of the 9th. And left-hander Doug Slayton will come in to face left-handed hitter Brett Wallace, unless they switch off. And it looks like they will. So Slayton, 26 games, 11 strikeouts in 14 innings. And it'll be Matt Downs hitting for Wallace.
So Matt Downs will be seeing a fastball, a slider, and a change from Doug Slayton.
Matt Downs, 27-year-old infielder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Pitcher and an infielder at the school. Zimmerman on the scoop, on the run, and on target. And the top of the 9th is over. Astros, though, pick up a run, and they lead 9-3 into the bottom of the 9th.
that tells the story. 9 runs, 16 hits for the Houston Astros. They got a lead of 6 over the Nationals, and I believe an old Sherelle song, Mama said there'd be days like this, or nights like this.
Oh, man, 7 hits in 1 inning, and yet, if John makes that play and doesn't throw the ball away, he could have kept that inning to a minimum, John. Not any real big hits, it's just a bunch of base hits through the infield.
But still, they got another one to play tomorrow. This inning isn't over yet, but it's been a tough stretch these last couple of weeks for this ball club to continually get wins.
It's just because of hitting. We're just not hitting. We've said that so many times, but not consistently. And then tonight we got behind, and I mean, it's tough when they put a 6 spot up there early.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go back up to Bob and to FP and see what can happen here in the bottom of the ninth.
Thank you, gentlemen. As we have mentioned, we have seen a 6-run 9th inning here. And after all those Rodriguez guys, it's about time for a Carpenter. David Carpenter will take over here for the Astros in the bottom of the 9th. He'll be facing the bottom of the Washington order with Flores. Then it appears Lance Nix. And then Ian Desmond.
Carpenter, 2 pitches, fastball, slider. Fastball run about 94 miles an hour. He throws it around 80% of the time.
'26-year-old right-hander, 6'2", 210. A converted position player. He was a catcher, and he's been pitching for the last 3 years. Jesus Flores 2 for 3 tonight. He'll pull one hard down there to third base, but Chris Johnson is behind it. And safe as Lee came off the bag, tried to reach back and either touch the bag or tag the runner. And that should be an error on Chris Johnson. Routine play, really.
Routine play once he fielded it, but another hard hit ball from Jesus Flores. Taking his time right there, just got underneath the throw a little high. I think if Carlos Lee went back for the bag with his foot, he would have had a better shot than the tag. He had plenty of time to just retouch with his foot, try to get the tag, and you see Flores beating it. So the biggest rally of the year started with an error on the third baseman.
I like it. Lance Nix low and inside. And Nix this year as a pinch hitter, 2 for 22 with a couple of RBIs. Target away. And Nix will look at a fastball that gets the outer half. Counts even 1-1. Marlins won their game at Pittsburgh tonight, 3-0. Phillies at Milwaukee. They're in the 10th now, 2-2. And St. Louis beat the Braves 4-3. One and 2 to Nix. Ian Desmond 0 for 4 would love another shot with a couple of guys on base here. And a fastball by him. Hope you can join us for the series finale tomorrow. Looks like the Nats will be trying to win the series. A rubber game, if you will. Steven Strasburg will be making his 14th career start. Johnny and Ray with Nats Extra 1 o'clock. Henry Sosa, the opposition. But the focus will be on Strasburg tomorrow, following up a really great return to the big leagues Tuesday night.
I'm reading an article right now in the Post by Adam Kilgore, and he's saying Steven Strasburg will not be on a strict pitch count tomorrow. And that's the first I've heard of that. Davey Johnson saying, I'm just going by what I see. I don't have a set number. I'm going to see how it's going. I'm not going to let him struggle or anything like that.
Right. Threw 56 pitches in his 5 innings on Tuesday night. I think all of us know he could have gone farther, but first time back. The Nats being ultra conservative, as they always have been with Strasburg. You know, there's about 18 million doctors out there around America who have computers who've been second guessing this process all along. 3-0. Houston Astros lead the league in dropping ball games in which they've had at least a 3-run lead this year. So this one a little bit farther to go. Strike one to Ian. And it's kind of interesting. Worth spot next. Corey Brown is on deck, and that's strike 2. Desmond gets jammed. Ground ball left side. Astros try to turn a game-ending double play, and Desmond way too quick for that. 5-4 on the fielder's choice. Corey Brown, 235, 18 doubles, 3 triples, 14 homers, 39 RBIs. He told me he hurt his ankle, by the way, in spring training on a ground ball contact play when Bryce Harper was batting. Slid into a catcher in Florida and really turned his ankle, and it took him until the second half of the season to get things turned around. He said he finally had to tell the coaches down there he didn't want to do the toe tap and the leg raise anymore, and he went back to a simpler style of hitting he employed a couple of years ago and had a really nice second half. Just didn't feel comfortable doing a lot of active things in the batter's box. And now quickly he's in the hole 0-2 hitting for Worth here. Came from Oakland with Henry Rodriguez in the Josh Willingham deal. And takes the fastball upstairs. One-two, and it's inside. Phillies, by the way, just scored in the 10th to take a 3-2 lead at Milwaukee. And a 2-2, game over. Takes almost 3 hours and 10 minutes for the Astros to draw even in the series, beating the Nats 9-3 and pounding out 16 base hits. For FP and Debbie, Bob Carpenter, it sets up a rubber game with Steven Strasburg tomorrow at 1:35. Hoping you can join us. It should be something to watch. This has been a presentation of Masson. Stay tuned. Nats Extra coming up. Johnny and Ray here at the ballpark. And from the booth, so